fine right now. No. Good evening. Good evening. Hi. Welcome to Girl Let's Talk. I'm your host, Erica Milbourne, and you're in store for a treat. That's what I got to tell you. So I'm so excited with my new guest tonight. We've known each other for some years now. I met her in the direct sales market when I was out there selling Tracy Lynn jewelry, and I was selling ruby ribbon shapewear. So women, you probably know me from that. But our guest tonight is Regina Viscount-King. Hello. Welcome to Girl Let's Talk.
Oh, girl.
I hope you're excited because we have some stuff to talk about. But Sissa, introducing Regina. She is a veteran in the beauty and wellness industry with over 35 years of experience. She founded a private label luxury skincare and custom color cosmetics line back in the day, she says. And now she's focusing on empowering women over the age of 50, chin up, to living fulfilling lives with style and happiness while doing everyday things. Regina, empowering women, that's what Girl Let's Talk is all about. Mm-hmm. So thank you for just coming right in with what we're doing. And as well, so many women are over 50. Mm-hmm. They're trying to figure it out. And it seems like you might have some answers. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm telling you. I like to think of us as 50 or better. And I have a nickname I say, we're model age. We aren't middle age, we're model age. So.
Okay. Yeah, because sometimes I feel like it's that middle age. I tell my sons, I'm halfway there, and because I think 100 is it's not my goal.
I'm going for 120.
You're going for 120?
120.
Oh, my goodness.
It'll be possible.
120. Okay. Well, if we drink a lot of water, mm-hmm. eat the right things, exercise, lots of fruits and vegetables, annual visits, we should live to 120? Is that the goal?
Yes, and honestly, most importantly, let it begin up here.
Okay.
Let it begin up there. Because that's when we want to take care of ourselves, right?
So more crossword puzzles.
Oh, no, I mean mindset.
Oh, mindset. Okay.
We have to get our think right.
Okay. So so I like the fact that your motivation is, speaking and empowering women over the age of 50. Because when we do get 50 years old, we tend to start thinking, health is important, but it's more doctor visits for ailments than it is for wellness, just like regular overall wellness care. Mm-hmm. So start by telling me you have your cosmetic line, which a lot of women have said, oh, I wear makeup, mm-hmm. but does it damage the skin?
Right.
And you're 35 years in. Mm-hmm. Tell us, should we be wearing makeup more at 50? Should we be wearing it less at 20? What should we be doing with this makeup thing?
Well, recently there's been a big trend with clean makeup, just that very natural, let your skin show. Mm-hmm. And it's really personal. It's a personal thing as far as whether it's good for us or not. Mm-hmm. That's but that's why if we take care of what's underneath mm-hmm. and wear sunscreen and make sure that our face is protected, once the makeup is on, then it's protected, believe it or not. And honestly, some makeup, a lot of powders have an ingredient called titanium dioxide, mm-hmm. which is a natural sunscreen.
Okay. So that sounds like a great thing to wear this time. Well, you actually should protect your skin all year round.
Yes.
But I know more of us spend more time outside and in the sun this time of year yes. and upcoming this summer. Mm-hmm. So definitely, I know I look for cosmetics that has with the SPF in it to mm-hmm. Because even I need to protect my skin.
Of course.
And even though I look very young,
yes, you do.
I am not. I am one of those women over 50 that does need that empowerment and that motivation. So I'm trying to age gracefully, as they say. So I'm working on it. I was telling you before the show, I'm actually starting to embrace the gray. So I kind of like it.
Yes,
I do. I think it looks kind of good on me.
I think so too. It's very ombre. You're rocking the ombre.
So, Regina, tell us a little bit of how you got started in the cosmetic industry. I know a lot of people are saying, I've seen girls come out with the lip gloss that they've created, or that they're, selling a white label. Mm-hmm. How did you actually get started in the cosmetic line?
Okay. Well, I'm going to be clear that I'm out of that business,
okay.
out of color cosmetics, mm-hmm. or I sold Regina Cosmetics, I should say. Okay. But back, it was in the 90s, mm-hmm. and I've always been really just infatuated with makeup, fashion, all the things. Mm-hmm. And it was literally like the beginning of the internet, and I would go to New York and pick out the colors, and I just tried to do as much research as I could and really have quality products. And what I learned was that a lot of times we're paying, certainly with color, with color cosmetics, a lot of times we're paying for that packaging. Okay. You know, we're paying for that double C, you know, like we're paying for the packaging.
For the label, for that name brand.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes.
So sometimes it's exactly the same in the generic bottle that it is in the bottle that has the C's on it.
That is
We're
correct.
just going to say the letter C or the letter R.
Well, let me say it this way without any lawsuits coming at me.
Right. Or me.
Lancome
okay.
is owned by L'Oreal.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a lot of times the products that Lancome has, you can find on the wall in front of the L'Oreal section at CVS.
But you'll find different pricing.
A little different price point, different packaging, and they might, it'll have a different fragrance or it'll have something a little bit different, but for the most part, it's the goods.
Okay. Now, you started by saying I'm out of the cosmetic line, color cosmetic. But Regina, you are considered a fashionista. So I'm sorry, as a fashionista, and you're going to have to explain what that is because everyone doesn't know what a fashionista is. But as a fashionista, you have to have, there's a connection between cosmetics, the look, and the actual fashion. So tell us, first of all, what is a fashionista?
Okay.
And tell me how I can, become a fashionista.
Well, so fashionista was just like one of those fun words that somebody came up with. It basically had the message of, a woman who, she was polished, she was put together, and she knew where she was going.
That's definitely you.
Oh, thank you.
I think.
Okay. Thank you. And so what I did was, I went through some muck a few years ago, and so what I did was I thought, I am going to create something that I wish I had when I was going through the muck. And so I had started a blog called Fashion Shista with she in the middle.
Okay.
And so the she, I'm corny like this, the she stands for style and happiness while doing everyday things.
Oh, that's nice.
And so, so style has to do with obviously makeup and skin and your clothing.
Okay.
And so to tie that back together with fashion, it's your personality. Your style it's how you express yourself without saying a word.
Right.
Or before you say a word.
Okay.
Right? So
it's like walking into a room and commanding presence without saying anything. Is that what it is? Because if that's the case, I'm a fashionista. Did I say that right?
Yes, shista. I know,
because
it's tricky.
I have so many people say, you walk into a room, and this is what I found when I met you. It's like just being in your presence. You have that whole, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. She's carrying herself with style and grace, and you see it. So I'm assuming that has a whole play into, like you said, how you carry yourself, how you present yourself, creates that whole fashionista.
I know, it's a tongue twister. Yes, well, and that was the whole idea was really to just have a simple formula. Whatever was going on that day, make sure you're approaching it with a splash of style and some happiness.
Okay.
And so underneath those things, like under happiness is mindset, relationships, routines. Under the style is trends, seasons, accessories, and essentials. So it was easy and fun for me to create this content because it was something that I wanted, and it was a way for me to share with others.
So as far as your blog, do you still have your blog? Can we still follow you? And if so,
Absolutely.
give us the information. How do we follow you on your blog?
It is fashionshista.com.
Okay.
And that's it. You'll see it. You'll just poke around in there, and there's plenty of content.
Okay. So for that, and we're just going to have you, just if you can, because I followed you, and I watched your blog, and I watched you put outfits together. I actually was in your glam, what we call it, the glam.
What did we do?
Your glam squat, your glam closet, your glam room or something.
Yes, the glam pad.
The glam pad, that's it.
The glam pad.
You had the glam pad, and I used to watch, and I thought, oh my God, that is just so beautiful. I loved everything you did in the glam pad, and it was definitely, let me tell you, you are definitely motivating women. You're definitely motivating women 50 and above, and I think 50 and below. because your style is not just one way. It can go either direction. And for a woman that wants to, grace the boardroom, grace the office, whether she's a CEO or whether she's just a secretary, your fashion sense and style, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, and I say that, wholeheartedly, truly is across the board. You can wear your style in any direction you go. That's my opinion.
It's the attitude that you bring with it, right? So with Ruby Ribbon, we used to say, step into it. Step into confidence. Find your colors. Know your body shape. Know what feels good. And just go from there. There are times when I will start an outfit from the shoes. Like, what's my mood today? Oh, here she is. Come here, Stuart Weitzman. Come on down.
I think I've done that 2 different ways, starting an outfit style. One, I have looked at the weather. One helps. That's like number 1, like what's the weather going to be like? And number 2, I look at the shoes and say, do we feel like heels today? Do we feel like flats today? How about some sneakers? That sounds like quite about it. And it's kind of hard for me to make the transition sometimes because I own a cafe, so I'm always in the kitchen. So I'm always having sneakers on. I live for those moments when I can come out of that cafe, put on a nice outfit, and put on some shoes.
Yes.
Like, oh my goodness.
Get your glam on.
I got to come to the glam pad. You got to get it back together.
The glam pad.
You got to take
a friend of
appointments.
mine nicknamed it that. Like I wasn't the creative one with that. A friend of mine did that. So.
Okay. Well.
And it stuck.
It sure did, because it stuck in my brain. That's why I'm like, wait a minute, I remember the glam pad. I remember it was so nice, so nice. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a treat because we're not done yet. We're talking so much more than cosmetics. We really are going to get down to the nitty gritty of girl, let's talk. So you don't want to go away. We'll be back after these commercials. Thank you. Hello, I'm Erica, owner here at Everything Classy Sweet Soulful Cafe. We're located at 230 North High Street in Millville. We offer a wide array of home-cooked meals, from our tasty breakfast entrees, fabulous lunch options, including homemade soups, and of course, our delicious dessert. Celebrating someone special in your life? Let us create a beautiful cake for your next celebration. We're open Thursday through Monday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call us at 856-765-3282 or visit us online at everythingclassy.com. Everything Classy Sweet Soulful Cafe, where the main ingredient is love.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, Vineland.
Complete Care Health Network has some big news to share with you.
We're here opening more locations and offering more services every day,
including our newest locations on Pearl Street in Bridgeton and High Street in Millville.
We're here with convenient, high-quality, and accessible healthcare services all under one roof.
We're here just a call or an email away.
We're here to provide compassionate care for you and your family.
We're here and we're ready when you are.
Complete Care Health Network, ready when you are.
Welcome back to Girl, Let's Talk. We are so much more than a conversation, and our guest today is Regina Viscount-King. She has been in the cosmetic and beauty and wellness industry for over 35 years. And Regina, welcome again to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And, when we were in the first section, you were talking about, you kind of hit on it as far as being, a few years back that you were in a muck, and this is some things that got you rolling and steamrolling. So many times we as women think, what are we going to do? Where are we going to go with this? We have a crisis happen. We have a divorce happen. We have children, which are blessings, but we have things happen in life that alter our purpose or our destination. So what kind of muck were you dealing with? Like, was this, and was this what, pushed you into your direction?
Well, I've heard you talk about how you have the analogy of the blowout, right?
Blowout,
and
yes.
What
was your blowout? How about that?
Well, I was going to say, the car isn't in, chances are it's not in the same direction as it was before the blowout,
exactly.
right? So it pivots you. It all comes at us and it pivots us. So this is almost 10 years ago now, wow. Everything kind of happened at once. My mother had passed away. I was getting divorced, and I didn't know what was next. I was in business, but it was just, everything started to feel flat. And I really went into a funk. But the scary part is nobody knew it.
Wow. Okay.
Nobody knew it. So, I didn't do anything drastic. I was really just going through the motions and completely out of body, just trying to be happy. That I think they call it toxic positivity.
Right.
I didn't know it at the time. I was thinking of it more as survival, right? So once the decision was that, okay, this is the direction I'm going. I'm getting divorced. Like I said, every area of my life other than I was okay financially. And so I didn't know. My analogy at the time was, it's a little dramatic, but
hey, girl, let's talk.
Meet Regina.
Girl, let's talk. Yes, this is more than a conversation, so go right ahead.
The image that would come to me was a piece of driftwood.
Okay.
In a dark, stormy sea. And my thought was, I don't know where I'm going to end up, but I know I'm going to be okay. And I held on to that. And actually, my hype song, we have these little things in our toolbox, right?
Do.
Or if you don't have them, find something and put it in your toolbox.
Exactly.
It was by Mary J. Blige, Just Fine. There's a song called Just Fine, and I still love that song. So, the days that it got hard, I would just feel and start to think, what is it? What is it that I'm really longing for? And knowing that it was going to come down to me to know what that was and to fill that void. Because for a long time, I was always reaching, turning over stones. I was just very unsettled.
Right.
And so I got divorced, I got the glam pad, and started to get on my feet, just saying, okay, I knew what I didn't want.
Right.
And what I decided was, I'm just going to step into the woman that I'm becoming now. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to, because I don't feel like there's, okay, on May 13th, I'll be that woman.
Right.
Be that person now, and then you'll see how everything else starts to fall into place.
Well, I was thinking about what you were saying about no one knew exactly what was going on. So many times we as women wear, I call it the mask. We keep that front for our children, so when our children see us, they're not like, Mommy, what's wrong? We don't want to upset the balance of the whole house.
Right.
Even though we're unbalanced, we try to keep the house in balance.
Absolutely.
We try to, we don't want our girlfriends to know everything. Or you have that one girlfriend that knows everything because that's the one you can cry to, but then you have those other girlfriends that only see the outside because they're the ones that you don't really want them to know everything.
Yes.
And then we have the workforce. We still got to go to work. You can't go to work crying every day.
Right.
So we do get up and we put on that mask. And I think that's, the sad part. A lot of women, and we know men do this too.
Sure.
However, this is called Girl, Let's Talk. So we're talking to you women and those girls. Sometimes you just got to rip that mask off.
Yeah.
You really do.
Right.
I found myself going through, my mom had died. Well, went through a divorce, raised 2 children alone. My mom died, my dad died, my sister died. And I found myself, this is all before I opened up my cafe, my business, I found myself in just a misery. I'm like, oh my gosh, like where's the highest cliff? Right. Sometimes, and this is just keeping it real. We look for cliffs sometimes, even if we don't physically go find one. We mentally and emotionally say, "Boy, where is that cliff that I just want to jump?
Right.
I just want to jump. I want to take that leap.
Right. Right.
Because it is a lot. So for you to recover, I mean, did you dive head first in, or did it just gradually come to you to get you where you needed to be? How did you find yourself getting your footing?
Well, so it was interesting because I didn't move far away from where my marital home was, but when you move, you lose people, right? Or your environment obviously changes, and your days change, and where your grocery shopping changes. So there were a lot of people that kind of left my life either by default or people, reason, season, lifetime, right? And so other people started coming into my life. I'm going to sound like
I know.
Like Bobby King.
Mr. King, we're cheering
so
for
I know. So, but I feel that because I had my mind made up of what I was no longer going to tolerate from myself. It wasn't about other people mistreating me. It was about what was going on up here. And I knew that I had what it would take to be successful. I know I'm a good person, and so I knew that I just had to trust myself and trust the time to go by. But as long as I just literally put one stiletto in front of the other, I would get there.
Well, this is what, and some of our viewers are probably saying, wait a minute, they started talking about makeup. Well, makeup is the best cover-up, okay? That's how we tend to put it all together.
Yes.
And with having 35 years plus of experience, I'm sure there was days you were able to just put it all together, look great, step out great, and inside be broken into 1,000,000,001 pieces. Thinking about, okay, how am I put this back together, and hoping that each step will take you to putting it back together. I found myself there.
Yes.
At times. Yes. And I think that's when, every successful woman, and we're going to talk about what success is, because, what's successful for you might not be successful to me or for me. But I find that every woman at some point finds herself putting on that makeup, getting herself together, going out looking fabulous, and inside they're totally like 1,000,000,001 pieces. And your makeup could be just sitting with a bucket of ice cream.
Right. I was going to say, it doesn't have to be actual like lip gloss.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be the foundation and the eyeshadow and the eyeliner. It could actually be just putting on that I'm going to eat, and that's how we start to gain weight. Or, you know what, I'm going to work out, and that's how we start to lose weight. Or I'm going to go shopping, and that's how we get into debt.
Right. Right. And so that's why it was really important when I decided to just be her now. Because if not, it's so easy to get off track and have too much ice cream. I was 200 pounds. I was 40 pounds heavier.
Oh my goodness.
When I met my husband, and honestly, I didn't realize it.
I thought you looked great.
Thank you. So and then what happens? Then now it's personal. Like it's each person is different. But if you have extra weight on and things aren't fitting the way they used to, and
now you're dealing with a different depression,
right? And so it's this whole cycle that
a
just
vicious
really
cycle,
spirals.
I would call it. It exactly is. And that's when you have to, you had said, touched on toolbox. That's when you have to get that toolbox together, whether it is getting that good girlfriend, or whether it is getting that, sometimes it's just really getting a plan, a game plan together, and writing it down. I found one of the things that helped me the most was getting a plan together, writing it down, and developing, when I had my blowout, and getting myself together, I came up with and found it, Girl, Let's Talk, because I found that I wasn't alone. Because so many times we sit home, we say, it's just me. I'm the only one going through this. I'm the only one dealing with a divorce. When divorce is going across the world, people are getting divorces. But when it's happening to you, you feel like it's only me. I'm the only one. So that's when you have to get your toolbox together.
Yes.
So what are some of the tools that you threw in your toolbox? That you threw in your toolbox, yes.
So my toolbox, I told you, my hype song. Everybody has their own, right?
Yes.
So Just Fine was the hype song. And just knowing how I wanted to be, like it was, so I wasn't going to be Humpty Dumpty Frumpy.
Exactly.
That's not who I wanted to be.
Right.
So I didn't I didn't dress frumpy. I didn't have frumpy clothes on purpose.
Okay.
So if it means getting rid of the sweats,
Yes.
86, the sweats.
My grocery store sweats?
Yes.
Those Saturday morning
Yes.
cleaning the house sweats?
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute.
You
Now,
don't-
we need to talk.
Well, the good thing is a lot of things are made out
Are
of
made
like
out of
performance
exactly,
fabric, right?
yes.
So, yes. So that music is a big thing. Like I said, writing. This girl, I can write. I put pen to paper, and by doing that, it just kind of flows and answers a lot of the questions.
Yes.
And what I found was if you spend too much time alone when you're in that space
Yes.
and that void, we're left with this.
Exactly.
And this doesn't always do us justice.
No.
So, so it was forcing myself to go out when I didn't want to go out. It was just really, like I said, it was just really becoming her now, not waiting.
Well, I guess that's the biggest tool in the box. Become her now.
And have your people. I mean, I have
Your
my
little circle,
table of
your
people.
table of people?
Right, yes.
I think I'm around that table.
Yeah,
So I'm
absolutely
around
you
that
are.
table. Definitely.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
So the toolbox is so important, and you have to really stock that toolbox. It sounds like you cannot leave that toolbox void, because when you have those void moments, you need to be able to dig in that toolbox so that your mind, there's a saying, and it's actually, idle mind is the devil's playground, and that's when all those thoughts, those negative thoughts get in there, and then you do look for those cliffs. What can I do? So you do look for avenues to
Feel better.
To feel better. And that's when, like I said, the eating comes in. And then you look back and you say, oh my God, I'm 20 pounds heavier.
Yes.
Where did this come from? By the time you wake up, and when I say wake up, I don't mean from a sleep, I mean from a consciousness. When you become conscious, you wonder, how did I get here?
Right.
And you had Mr. King come your way. She literally had, her husband's last name is King, so she had a king come into her life. And just if you can just briefly, how did you meet Mr. King? And I mean, and we know that every man's not going to be a knight in shining armor saving us. So that's not what we're saying. Because he didn't do that for you. No. He became a part and an addition to your life.
Absolutely.
That's how I look at him. Because you were booming. Okay. So how did you meet Mr. King?
I met him online on Match. Met him on Match, and then it's now. We've been married for 5 years, and yeah, and he's a very positive person. He's a very confident person. So, and he doesn't tolerate, not in a mean way. He'll just say like there are boundaries. Like he's so smart that way, and he has empowered me in a lot of ways, and he's very supportive with any number of things that
That's really good.
Do. Yes. So.
Yep. So we're not telling everybody to get a subscription to Match.com. That's not what we're telling you. That's not what we're promoting. However, be open and don't let what has happened to you define you.
Right.
Be open to ideas of meeting people. I know I literally wanted to send my brothers and sisters, because there's 7 of us. Well, there's 8, but 1 has passed. So there's 7 of us. And I wanted to send the other 6 a text message saying, if you know a nice man over the age of 50, but not older than 60, so I got a 10-year gap that I'm trying to work in. I'm flexible, but that's my gap. And, he's this and that and that. I don't mind a blind date, you know what I'm saying? So I was willing to do that. But then I realized that, this is a time for me. And I wanted to take that moment for myself.
Right.
But I'm happy for you and Mr. King. I think you guys make a great couple.
Thank you. I actually gave my ex-husband the advice of be the person that you want to attract.
Exactly.
So it was kind of like unzip that whole body mask.
You told your ex-husband this?
I did. We're friends, why not? He keeps saying, and he laughs at me. He's like, you keep saying, like, it doesn't have to be so hard. I haven't had that experience.
Well, I agree. Be the person you want to attract. That is good advice from our guest, Regina Viscount-King. And once again, she is the founder of, of her own luxury skincare line. Back in the day, she has over 35 years experience in the cosmetic and wellness line. And when we come back from break, we're actually going to explore some of your new adventures that you have going on, as well as some weight loss information. So don't go away. Stay tuned.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Hello, I'm Erica, owner here at Everything Classy Sweet Soulful Cafe. We're located at 230 North High Street in Millville. We offer a wide array of home-cooked meals, from our tasty breakfast entrees, fabulous lunch options, including homemade soups, and of course, our delicious dessert. Celebrating someone special in your life? Let us create a beautiful cake for your next celebration. We're open Thursday through Monday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call us at 856-765-3282 or visit us online at everythingclassy.com. Everything Classy Sweet Soulful Cafe, where the main ingredient is love.
Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, Doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
I'm Brian Lankin, 3rd generation business owner, Al Shoes. Been at the same location since 1961, our 61st year. We specialize in work boots, work shoes, orthopedic shoes, baby walking shoes, and school shoes. We go up to a men's 17 and a woman's 13. It's $5 off 25 and 10 off 100 if you mention that you've seen this.
Yes, the girls are talking here at Girl Let's Talk. It's so much more than a conversation. And my guest today is Regina Viscount-King. I want to call her Virginia, Regina, anything, but it's Regina Viscount-King, and you know I know your name.
Yes.
Regina has over 35 years of experience in the cosmetic and health and wellness industry. I met her doing direct sales. We worked together with that. She brought me on her team, and she had a very successful team because Regina just, everything she touched, she's like the Midas touch. Everything she touched turns to gold. So she really is awesome. And tonight we were talking about not just cosmetics and makeup. You know, we're talking about the woman behind the woman. Mm-hmm. You know, and if you're with us last segment, you heard how Regina, you know, has overcome barriers like a lot of us deal with. And one thing we need to learn as women is that, you know, no matter what your boundaries are, no matter what your hurdles are, no matter what's holding you back, if you have a vision, a passion that you can turn into business, because usually that's what it comes from, right. Our passions, we turn into business. But if you have a goal in mind and you're striving towards it, you can overcome them, no matter what the hurdles are, divorce, death, you know, relationships, you know, being fired from a job. Sometimes that's a blessing. You know, we look at it and say, oh my God, I lost my job. But sometimes that's that door that needs to be opened up so you can get to the next level. So Regina, your next level.
Yes.
Chiral. What is Chiral?
Chiral is a brand new company. A relatively new company, I should say, not brand new. And Chiral is it's a holistic, like, more like a wellness company where the focus is age well, live well, and do good. And
I like all of those.
Yes. And so everything, it's a telemed platform. Okay. Social selling. So no schlepping or inventory.
Okay.
And everything is personalized. It's personalized skincare. So interesting how everything goes full circle, right? Okay. Years ago, back in the 90s, when I had the skincare business, and stayed away from, I didn't rep a skincare company all of those years. 20 years I was also in direct sales, but it was fashion and home decor and accessories.
Okay.
So it's interesting how it all circled back to skincare. And back in the day with my color cosmetics, I did custom blending for foundations, and this company does custom blend for skincare. So everything is personalized to the person, specifically for what the person needs, down to the pH level.
So
Interesting.
what we're showing on the screen, we were showing you could actually scan the QR code, and that will allow you to do what if you click on or scan the QR code?
So if you scan the QR code with your phone, or just touch it if you're watching this on your phone or a tablet, if you just tap that, it will take you to the Chiral website, to my Chiral website, and there you'll find a skin assessment, which it's a series of questions, and then a dermatologist reviews that, as well as it's matched up with AI, which is really interesting, and that is what determines the formula. So they put a pretty label on it, which has your name on it.
Oh, nice.
And it's sent right to your door. So
wow, that's nice. So you are a founding partner with Chiral? Okay.
Yes.
So this is not a direct sales. So what is this? How can people get involved, or what's this?
This is the new. This is going to turn direct sales upside down and shake it out. It needs to be. We need a little refresh in direct sales. It's some of it is a little tired.
Yes.
So this company is really focusing on what's called social selling, and social selling happens online. So a lot of us are building relationships and connections online. And girl, let's talk. If I say I love your earrings, you'll tell me where you got them,
exactly,
right?
Yes.
So it's the same idea. So it is. You could call it direct sales, but it's really not direct sales.
Okay.
But the beauty of it is you don't have to. There are companies not like this one, but you can order skincare online. But the beauty of it is you get a person. Like you have someone to say, my shipment isn't here, or you don't have to press one. You just say, send me a text. I'll take care of it. I'm on it.
Yeah, so that is the problem now. So much when you call, you can't get a direct person.
Right.
So if someone calls and they say, I need help. I'm on here. I'm trying to figure out my colors, or I'm trying to get this assessment. I'm having difficulty. They can actually get someone that can help them with the whole process.
There's actually a chat on there, but if they are not comfortable with that, they can certainly reach out to me, and I'll take care of it for them.
And your contact information is there, so we can reach out to you and get information. So with Chiral, it's so much more than just cosmetics, though. I mean, it says age well, live well, and do good. So I heard a little birdie told me that a part of this deals with weight loss. And with so many of us, going into summer, trying to get into those bathing suits. I know they say summer bodies are made in the winter, but hey, we can start now in the spring. It works for me. Tell us about the weight loss portion of Chiral.
So that we just launched, and it is it's a medical grade weight loss program. It's a GLP-1. I don't know if you've heard of that. Semaglutide is the buzzword. Is actually the ingredient in it. So Chiral just launched that, and it works the same way as the skincare does. You take an assessment. A medical doctor, board certified, reviews that, and then if you qualify, you do have to qualify. There are certain parameters that you have to make sure that not anybody can just have it, because it might not be healthy for everyone. And then if you're approved, they ship it to your door.
Okay. So with weight loss, when so many people are trying, whether it's taking a diet pill, whether it's going to, the WW, or, doing something, I know there's been so many different weight loss. I want to say, I don't want to use the word gimmicks.
Right.
But there's so many weight loss options out there that don't always seem to work. Right. What is the procedure? Is it a pill that I'm taking? Is it a type of surgery that I'm having done? Because so many women now are going toward, and men are going towards surgery. So what is yours like, and what makes yours more? I don't want to use the word desirable, but why would I want to do chiral weight loss? Why would I want to get involved in what is it, GLP? What is it?
GLP-1.
GLP-1. Why would I want to try that?
So, let me clarify what it is. It's not a pill. It is actually it's a medication that you inject either into your tummy or the top of your legs once a week. They recommend, usually it's a 3-month minimum, because then you'll really have better results.
Right.
I don't want to cut you off right as it's starting to happen.
Exactly.
And I'm sorry, what was the... Welcome to Regina Land.
We're in Regina Land right now. She just forgot my question.
What makes chiral different?
Girl, let's talk. What makes chiral... We're going to talk about some... what is it? Previgen.
Yeah. Previgen.
No.
Previgen.
What makes chiral different, and why would I want to try it? I mean, I'm looking at you thinking, oh, my God, if you're doing it, I want to do it. But what makes it different, and why would I want to do it?
Well, it's not for everyone.
Okay.
I actually don't qualify for it.
Okay.
You have to have a certain BMI.
Okay.
And I don't qualify for it. But the beauty of chiral is in their whole, I don't know what you want to call it, it's age well, live well, do good.
Okay.
So that live well, that's up here.
Right.
And so the concept with this semaglutide isn't instant gratification. It's if you're not going to change the way your habits, then it's not going to change.
And that's usually what happens with a lot of weight loss programs. If you're not willing to change or make a change in your eating habits, get up and go work out, whether it's go for a walk or do some kind of exercise, it's not going to work.
Right.
So with this, it's the same thing. It's not a quick fix overnight. You have to put your work into.
It's a lifestyle.
It's
all a lifestyle. And so to age well, that's part of it. I mean, our bodies and our joints, our knees, things start to go. So the healthier, more fit, and stronger we can be, the better we can be. Right. Aging is a disease. It hasn't really. I don't know that we'll see that soon in media.
Right.
Aging is a disease because everything comes from that as we age.
Okay.
The things that come with getting older tend to fall under aging, right? So it's actually aging that's the disease. And so to push that off, that's the concept with chiral, is to really expand that.
Okay.
Not to live to, I always say I'm living to 120. Not to live to 120 and be decrepit and not want to, it's to really expand your life, your lifespan, your health span.
It sounds like it helps you to age well.
Yes.
So you're not just aging, because I've ran into some people that I've gone to high school with, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's the disconnect here? Like, they look like we didn't go to school together. They almost look like they went to school with my mom, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So they're not aging very well.
Right.
So GLP-1 helps you to age and age well. So when because you're all going to age. That's unfortunately, we all have that disease.
Yes.
We're
all going to age.
It's just how that disease affects you, almost like how fast or how hard it hits you. I would assume. Okay.
Right. So GLP-1 is actually a hormone that we all have, and that hormone tells our brain that we're full, that we don't need to eat anything.
I don't have that hormone.
So that's what GLP-1 weight loss really is. It's activating that hormone to say, we're good, settle down, girl.
I don't know. You know what? I don't even know what to say about that, because let me tell you, I have the hormone. It works. It does. It tells me I'm full. It just doesn't tell me what I want to eat. That's the problem I have. I needed to tell me, you know what, you do not want potato chips. You do not want ice cream. You want a salad, or you want grilled chicken instead of the fried chicken breast. You know what I'm saying? I needed to tell me, that's the part I need the GLP-1 to tell me. It needs to tell me what I don't want to eat versus what I do want to eat, because I do hit that full where I'm like, oh, I'm full, or I'm not hungry anymore, and I'll stop. But the problem is eating the right things. Right. So in order for GLP-1 to work and for that trigger mechanism to really, hormone to take effect, do you offer a diet plan with it, or a meal plan? I won't even call it a diet. Do you offer a meal plan with it? What all comes with a package if someone decides they want to come on board and test or trial the GLP-1?
There is a recommended meal plan.
Okay.
and that is it's called slow carb. So the carbs tend to not do us a lot of justice,
exactly.
Right? So it's slow carb, and you can still have it. It's kind of like 6 days on, 1 cheat day.
Okay.
So you can go ham, you can get crazy on that on that cheat day if you want to. But that goes back to the live well, right? And part of living well is, we were talking about mindset earlier, and I was saying become her now.
Right.
And so when you think about, whatever body image you would be ideal for the person who's ordering, she has to almost put her, and this is how I work with my customers, put her in that mindset. How would that woman, what choice would that fit woman, healthy woman make?
Right.
So which of the two would she choose?
Grilled chicken. That's what she would choose. And a side salad. Well, because I think that's one of the biggest things when it comes to weight loss. We get so bored with the options, and we're trying so hard. I know for myself, I'm trying so hard. I want to see results. I'm like, I'm gonna do the salad. I'm not gonna do any carbs. I'm not gonna do any rice. I'm not gonna do any potatoes. So I start cutting out so much, trying to be so good, that I find myself bored. Like, oh my gosh, I gotta eat chicken again, or I really would like to eat that. And then when cheat day comes, it derails you. It doesn't just become a day of cheating; it becomes a whole derailment.
Right.
So, do you have any type of support with it? If people, like a support team, is there a support number, a website where if I'm on the program and I need help, where I can get support?
Well, it was just launched, and they're considering possibly bringing on a nutritionist or a dietitian, and they're going to have a full, they'll have the resources built out. Right now, it is it's the doctors, it's, like I said, the telemed, and then it's shipped to your door with a recommended meal plan. It does work. This GLP-1 it definitely works. And ideally, while it's working, you're shifting those potato chip habits that I tend to have.
If you're watching us right now here on Girl Let's Talk, and you have a question for Regina Viscount-King about, the Chiro, or about the GLP-1 launch that's coming out, or how you can get involved or get more information, it's on the screen, her information. She's the founding partner and a consultant of mychiro.com/fashionista. Is a way they can contact you.
Yes.
You can also call her at 609-271-6309. But if you have an immediate question and you're watching us live on Facebook Live, feel free to send us a question. We'll be more than glad to try and answer that during this segment. Otherwise, we will answer it at a later time. But while we're live, we would love to answer your question now. So Regina's ready for some questions. So while you're thinking about your question and maybe sending it over, we're going to take one last break. And then we'll be back with more of Girl Let's Talk with Regina Viscount-King.
Vineland, New Jersey is a place rich in innovation and deeply rooted in hometown traditions. The city's agricultural legacy, where brands like Welch's and Progresso originated, lives on today alongside companies producing the critical pharmaceutical packaging we depend on. While Vineland continues to grow, it retains a quality of life enriched by cultural diversity and an abundance of nature's playgrounds to enjoy.
I'm Mayor Anthony Finucci. We have something for everyone at vinelandcity.org.
Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
Hello, I'm Erica, owner here at Everything Classy Sweet Soulful Cafe. We're located at 230 North High Street in Millville. We offer a wide array of home-cooked meals, from our tasty breakfast entrees, fabulous lunch options, including homemade soups, and of course, our delicious desserts. Celebrating someone special in your life? Let us create a beautiful cake for your next celebration. We're open Thursday through Monday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call us at 856-765-3282 or visit us online at everythingclassy.com. Everything Classy Sweet Soulful Cafe, where the main ingredient is love.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, Vineland.
And welcome back to Girl, Let's Talk. It is so much more than a conversation. So we have talked about cosmetics. We have talked about well-being. We have talked about, just keeping the mind intact, longevity of life, living to be 120. No, that's not what I want to do. However, we've talked about that. We've hit on weight loss. We have a great program. Our guest has a great program for weight loss that's being rolled out and that you can participate in if you're looking to lose weight. And our guest today is Regina Viscount-King. She has been in the health and wellness industry for over 35 years. She has over 35 years of experience. And her new product, which is her new company or founding partner of Chiral, has a product coming out, GLP-1 weight loss. And it's I keep talking about that because you know what? My whole thing is weight loss. I'm like, my skin, we'll work it out. Get them facial. But it does, Chiral does offer personalized prescription, like RX skincare care as well. So the whole theme is age well, live well, do good. And Regina, I think everyone wants to lose weight. So I think you'll just get those calls about that. Don't get me wrong. I think you'll get skincare because acne is important for people, that need sunburn. I know I have a girlfriend that has actually the sunburn right here.
Rosacea.
Yeah, and she can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
And so she's doing some kind of cream, and then she's like, I don't want to cover it with makeup, but I can't. I'm embarrassed. Da da da. So definitely, you can help her with that.
Absolutely help her.
Well, then I'll definitely send her to your way because we just went away on vacation, and she was like, oh my God, you see my face, you see my face, you see my face. So she's working on that. But before we went to break, we were talking about GLP-1, the medication for weight loss, and people are always talking about success. Oh, I'll be successful in my weight loss journey if I lose 40 pounds. I'll be successful in my weight loss journey if I lose 50 pounds. But to me, weight loss is a step-by-step. I started putting in chunks. If I can lose 10 pounds, 10 pounds, instead of trying to look at the whole 40 or 50,
right.
because then I get discouraged.
Right.
So how do you suggest people attack any challenge, whether it's weight loss, whether it's a skincare issue? Should they just look at it one step at a time, or the end result, like I gotta get this thing done, I gotta get this done?
Well, it's a combination. So think of it more as weight management.
Okay.
And put yourself in that mindset of the woman that you're becoming, and what choices would she make?
Okay.
So it really does. Unfortunately, it all begins up here.
This is from the top down, okay?
Top down,
Obviously, it's no way around it. Let's just be clear. Let's just be honest. It's your mindset.
Yes.
I think your mindset determines everything in life.
Yes.
They say think it and that's you shall be. So power's in the tongue. So if you think it and speak positivity, you can achieve it.
Right. Everything begins with a thought. This pen began with a thought. Yes. Somebody decided it needed a pen.
And then it would write on paper.
Exactly. So with anything with success, and success is so subjective, right? I mean, I'm sure it's different for you than it is for me.
Yes.
And so it's really just what that is for you, and not getting into that space of, when I weigh this, then I'll be happy. When I make this amount of money, then I'll be happy. Then I'll be enough.
Exactly.
When I get this degree, when I get that. It's not about that. It's just stepping into the person that you actually are. Not even that you want to be. You are that person that you're longing to be, but it's like we think we complicate it.
You think overthink it? I believe you
Guilty.
overthink it. I'm guilty because I do. I was telling you at break, I spend so many hours thinking of what to do next, what I'm going to do next, and as I'm moving, though. So I'm never sitting still. I'm always moving. But at the end of that movement, trust me, I've been thinking the entire time what was going to be next.
Right.
So it's like, even when I try to sleep at night, I can't really rest. I'm like, oh my gosh. I think this is where the wellness comes in for me because I need to get rest. We all need that proper rest.
Sure.
But I'm always thinking ahead as far as, oh my gosh, my brain is like on steroids. I tell people, my brain's on steroids. So what is your definition of success? Like for Regina, like what do you find would be your definition for you to be considered successful in your, in your definition?
Well, it has changed over the years, like my hair color. It has changed over the years, and there was a time when I thought success was all the things, the bling, the title, the this, the that, and it's so clear to me that it isn't because I know a lot of people who have a lot of things, and they are not happy. So that made me take a step back, like, well, wait a minute.
Right.
If they can't work it out, if that person's not happy. So so it's just, look, Regina Land, and 55, this is also Prevagen Head.
Your definition of success
so
for
it
you.
I know how I felt back in 2014. I don't ever want to feel that way again.
Right.
And so for me now, I feel successful when I feel good about myself.
Right.
When I'm moving towards something. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but as long as I am making progress on something, that gives me confidence, and the confidence feels successful, honestly. And as far as big picture success, it is truly we're humans, right? And we need help.
Definitely.
And so the more people that I feel that I can help or impact in a positive way, even if it's just giving somebody a different perspective of how to look at something, that is an element of success. I've seen people who, something that people are surprised about me.
Yeah, I would like to know. Tell us something. She's taking a question. She's giving herself her own question. So, Regina.
Just like me stealing the show. Sorry, back to you. Back to you, Erica.
Well, before we do that, when we were talking about success, I just want to hit on that a little bit more.
Yeah.
So many times, I know people that think success is meeting that right guy and marrying him, having the 2 and a half kids, having that dog, the white picket fence. Oh, I'm successful. I know growing up for myself, I'd look at my parents, and I always thought, oh, that was the definition of success to me. My dad had his own business. My mom was a housewife, and I just thought that's the perfect life.
Right.
So all of my adult life, I have spent that time kind of like pursuing that. And then I realized that maybe that's not for me. Like maybe that's not the successful motto that my God has for me.
Right.
And so I finally, I came to a conclusion. I said, what would really make me happy? Because I was thinking, what would make me happy and make me feel like I've arrived? And I was telling you, during the break that it would make me happy if I could just put all my bills on auto pay. That would make me feel like I have reached a level of success. And that's not saying I want $1 million or $2 million. That's just saying the cable bill, the gas bill, the electric bill, the mortgage is on direct pay, and I can walk away from it.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not up at night worrying if they're going to get paid, or I'm not trying to figure out if I pay the electric bill this week or the gas bill this week. To me, when I get to that level, because I've always been a single mom, I raised my children, my sons alone. I had to keep the house. I had to pay all the bills. I had to make sure we had a car. I had to keep the job. I had to, I had to be responsible, even when I didn't want to be. And so I was sitting one day and I was watching TV, and this lady said that, and I said, oh my God, it was like she was speaking to me, like, this is what you've been wanting, just to just not to have that worry.
Right.
So I tell our audience, this is my assignment to you. Think of what would make you successful, not what made someone else successful or what you think is the term of success, but in your personal life, what is success to you? And don't put a dollar amount on it, because you know what, money comes and goes. I've probably been a millionaire a couple of times in my life. I've made money all kind of ways, and big time money, little money, all kind of money. And I've spent it. So money comes and goes. So when it comes to Girl, Let's Talk, this is more than a conversation. Think about that. Without a dollar amount, what would make you feel like you are successful in life? Don't put a dollar amount on it. Think about that. I'd love to hear your answers to your level, what you consider to be successful. You can put it on our Facebook Live. You can send me a message. I'm on Facebook. You can tell me when you come into my cafe, Everything Classy, Sweet, Soulful Cafe. There's a plug. You can come and you can tell me there. But I'd like to know what your definition of success is for you. And that brings me to our final question, Regina. What would be the one thing, if you could think of one thing about Regina that people would be surprised to know, what would it be?
Well, it's funny. I was mentioning it earlier because it tied in. I used to say, I gave someone CPR and saved someone's life when I was 17. Ooh, okay. And I don't want to discount that. That's great.
Yeah, hero. Shero.
But people are always surprised that I did not go to college. I didn't, and so the reason I was saying that before is because with success we think, you have the degree
Education.
Or the multiple degrees. And to build on what you were just saying, it's right. Think about what success would feel like to you and back into it.
Exactly.
Don't go for that $100,000 a year job and be miserable and not have a life.
Exactly.
Be happy at 40 and back into it. We tell our kids that.
Exactly. Well, there it is. Girl, Let's Talk with Regina Viscount-King. You can find her. If we can put her information out one last time, you'll be able to click on the scan or click on the QR code. You'll be able to go in. You can check out Regina's line, personalized skincare, GLP-1 weight loss, if you're interested in weight loss. And it's called Chiral is the name. And Regina Viscount-King, she's the founding partner and a consultant, so you can reach out to her by email at mychiral.com/fashionista at 609-271-6309. And we want you to age well, live well, and do good. So I think that's it, Virginia. You have anything you want to say? Any final words?
I love that you're doing this. This is so wonderful. And we all, everybody, there's so many facets to Girl, Let's Talk, right?
It really is. We talk about everything. So don't be surprised if you're watching us one night and we talk about the bedroom, we talk about the bathroom. We talk about everything. We talk about the kitchen because we think women should be well-rounded and balanced. And that's all balancing. We're all trying to keep it balanced. So that's it. I'm coming to an end. Regina, I want to thank you so much for being our guest here on Girl, Let's Talk. We are so much more than a conversation. I hope you'll follow us. Stay tuned. We'll be back next week or in a couple of weeks with another new show. So don't go away. Stay tuned and see what Girl, Let's Talk has to bring your way. Have a great night, and thank you for joining us.
This has been a QBC television production in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22 and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.